Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the Worldprofit Business Blueprint. Now, if you've ever tried to get a business off the ground all by yourself, you know that overwhelming feeling, right? You're literally wearing every single hat. Well, this blueprint outlines a super structured system designed to take a one-person show and turn it into a scalable, high-functioning operation using the immense power of AI. It's kind of the million-dollar question for modern entrepreneurs, isn't it? Can AI actually step in and become the ultimate staff for one-person business? Look, if you're running a side hustle, time is your absolute biggest bottleneck. You've got the vision, sure, but executing the marketing, the sales, the content creation, it just takes way more hours than there actually are in a day. We're going to explore this exact question by digging into the core mechanics of the Worldprofit Blueprint. We'll see how it proposes swapping out a traditional and, let's face it, expensive human staff with a suite of AI tools that literally never sleep. The sheer ambition here is pretty striking. Just listen to this. Be the boss. Be the CEO. Build your business with an entire AI staff working for you. That is a bold statement right out of the source material, and it really sets the stage for what this system is trying to do for aspiring entrepreneurs. It's not just about, handing you a few neat tech tools. It's a total shift in mindset. It's asking you to step back into that CEO role, focusing on the big picture strategy while the AI handles all those grueling, repetitive daily tasks. So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the AI business blueprint. Second, training, traffic, and AI. Third, the complete AI suite. And finally, the community and creator. All right, let's dive right into section 1, the AI business blueprint, and explore the foundational premise behind this whole ecosystem. The material tackles a really common problem that I am sure a lot of us can relate to. Entrepreneurs just totally burning out from sheer complexity. Think about what it's like when you're first starting out. You're exhausted by complexity and guesswork. You're trying to duct tape together 10 different pieces of software, watching endless tutorials and constantly hitting tech walls just to launch one single campaign. The mental fatigue alone, that can completely stall a business. But the blueprint contrasts this directly with their solution: automated workflows and highly structured step-by-step training. They're specifically targeting first-timers and side hustlers who are just sick and tired of how complicated it is to build an income online and are hungry for a much smarter, simpler way to operate. Moving right along to section 2, training, traffic, and AI. This is where we break down the specific pillars that make up this scalable system. The engine of the Worldprofit system relies on 3 very specific sequential steps. According to the blueprint, everything has to happen in this order to actually work. Step 1 is step-by-step training. You need comprehensive guidance to remove all that guesswork we just talked about. You gotta know what you're doing first, right? Step 2 is built-in traffic systems. This tackles the absolute biggest hurdle every business faces: visibility. It uses built-in promotion systems to drive targeted traffic to your offers. And then, only once you have the knowledge and the audience, do you move to step 3, AI and automation. That's where the leverage really kicks in, using AI to scale your reach and sales without you actually working any harder. So how do they actually solve that massive traffic problem? Well, a really major component of what they call their traffic power pack is the inclusion of over 50,000 world coins. That is a massive number. These function as unlimited advertising credits within their ecosystem. It's essentially a huge injection of digital currency, specifically designed to get your brand and your links in front of thousands of eyes instantly, totally bypassing that usual slow grind of organic marketing that can literally take months or years to show any real results. But the Traffic Power Pack is way more than just the coins. It includes a giant traffic package, a diamond URL rotator to get your links broadcast everywhere across their network, plus solo ads and promo codes. You also get pre-built landing pages and 18 free memberships in top traffic-generating sites. The really crucial takeaway here is that they aren't just teaching you the theory of how to get traffic. This blueprint is designed to hand you the actual machinery you need to generate it from day one. Now, let's jump into section 3, the complete AI suite. This is the absolute heart of the operation. This part is fascinating. The blueprint categorizes these AI tools as if your one-person business is an actual fully fledged corporation with distinct departments. For the creation department, you've got an AI website builder, an AI ebook creator which can generate highly professional lead magnets in minutes, and an AI photo booth. Then, for marketing, there's an AI content studio for whipping up persuasive sales letters and blogs alongside an AI logo designer.
And for sales, you have the AI Sophia integration. It's literally like you get a fully staffed corporate structure instantly. No job listings, no interviews, no hiring human team members. The whole shebang is right there.
And the undisputed flagship feature of this entire suite is AI Sophia. The text explicitly defines this as your 24/7 voice and chat sales assistant. Just think about what that means for a one-person operation. You could be sleeping, working your day job, or hanging out with your family, and AI Sophia is actively engaging with your visitors. It's answering their complex questions, overcoming their objections, and actually closing sales around the clock. It fundamentally breaks that old barrier of constantly trading your limited time for money.
Now, you might be thinking, great, more software to manage. But the blueprint emphasizes that this entire suite is fully hosted and managed. There is nothing to install. They handle absolutely everything. This is absolutely crucial because it removes a massive technical barrier. Anyone who has ever run a website knows the sheer nightmare of debugging software, updating broken plugins, or worst of all, servers crashing right when you launch. For beginners or side hustlers who might be a bit intimidated by tech integrations, this closed-loop, fully managed environment is a real game changer. It means you can focus strictly on building the business instead of acting as your own IT department.
Finally, let's move into section 4, the community and creator. Let's look at the people behind this and what actual users are saying. So the guide and this blueprint are authored by Worldprofit CEO George Koch. This is super important context because the source notes he brings over 30 years of experience helping people build real online businesses to the table. This isn't framed as just another generic guide thrown together overnight by some trending influencer, It's positioned as a practical roadmap forged from decades of actual, hands-on experience in the industry. And that leadership really seems to reflect in the community. Looking at verified member reviews, we see some incredibly powerful testimonials. User Rich Moyer says, and I quote, "He has never found anyone so engaged, responsive, and dedicated to provide support and functionality that truly benefits his members." The emphasis there is everything. When you're a solopreneur, I don't care how good your automated tools are, having a responsive human support system standing right behind your AI staff is absolutely critical to your long-term survival. Let's check out another verified review, this one from Michelle Haddad. He points out that founders George Koch and Sandy Hunter are hands-on daily. But notice what he highlights next. He specifically calls out Sophia as one of the most exciting new services for AI training, support, and sales. This is a huge validation. It shows that the AI tools we just talked about aren't just marketing fluff sitting on a shelf somewhere. They are actively being used and celebrated by the community in their daily operations. And Benny Gramans totally reinforces this theme, stating that no other organization can match the service, training, and consistency in which they do it. This reflects right back to the core promises outlined at the very beginning of the blueprint. The whole premise rests on the idea that success comes from removing the guesswork, applying consistent training, and then combining that rock-solid foundation with powerful, automated leverage. So we'll leave you with this provocative question drawn straight from the blueprint's goals. Is it time for your side hustle to graduate to full-time freedom with AI? As you digest everything we've covered in this explainer today, from those automated traffic systems to the relentless 24/7 power of AI Sophia, I really want you to consider how shifting from being a stressed-out solo worker to being the CEO of an AI-powered staff might completely transform your own journey. Thanks so much for joining me, and definitely think about how these tools could change the game for you.